Hey everybody, it's Brooke. Hope you're having a great day. Since we had the idea book out, I thought I'd put another one in here. If you'd like to see what it is, stick around. All right then, so here we go. This is kind of a repeat. I apologize. It was a Friday Freebie maybe 2 weeks ago, the beginning of September, maybe 2023. But I wanted to make another one, A, because the more times I make it, the more I remember it, and B, because I wanted to make one with my grandma's kitchen digi, which coordinates with what I'm putting in the idea book. So I wanted to make a copy of it for the idea book. And again, this idea I was totally inspired by Carol Laws. Thank you for your genius, Carol. So let's see if I can remember how to do this. I have just a part of a grocery bag, like a small little grocery bag. I'm going to use that for my writing paper. And then I have one of the pages from the digi, that one. And then I just have scraps that I have left over from the digi. These are all scraps. This is not from Grandma's Kitchen. This is actually from Digital Linens in my Etsy shop. I'll link that down below. And some more scraps, just stuff to play with. I have these scraps too. This was the Friday Freebie on January 20th of this year. So if you're a member of the Facebook group, you can go grab this if you didn't get it then. If you're not a member yet, please do. I'll link it up there. Just click on there, ask to join the group, and make sure to answer those 3 easy questions so I know you're not a robot. And I bet you'll get in. And I do try to do a freebie every week, and I call it Friday. Friday, Monday, sometime. All right, so that's what I'm starting out with, and just basic tools. So let's see if I can remember how to make this. Let me show you. I don't think this is the Friday Freebie one. This was a different one I made. So it looks like this. Little floating guy. And that opens up. That opens up. There's a little pocket there with a tuck and a journaling card stuck in. And then here's your writing space. You've got all this to write on. And then it flips up. And you have all of this to write on, and you have space there to put a photo or a pocket or whatever you want to do. You can cover this up however you'd like to. And that is what we're going to make today, because I think it's pretty nifty, and I want it to go in my idea book. So let's see if I can remember how to do this. Let's get the digis out of the way, and we'll wrangle this guy. Probably the easiest way to do this is to get out my square. I think I'm going to start out with a piece of paper about 10 inches long. So I'll just cut off a little tiny bit down the side. You could use coffee dyed paper. You could use just plain computer paper. You could use another digital, whatever you like for writing space. I think I'll go to this side and avoid that. So let's see here. Gosh, it was 2 weeks ago that I made this. Do you think I'm going to be able to remember? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this is the next day in my world from when I made the last idea book video. And yep, my contacts still are not here. So I still can't see if I get my head in the shot. Super sorry. But can't see a thing with my glasses, so I end up taking them off and just smashing my head down on the paper. Okay, so we've got that to about 10 inches. That's not very straight, is it? See if we can even that up some. Whoa, that's not straight at all. Maybe I should have gone with coffee dyed paper. But I love writing on grocery bag. It's got this beautiful texture to it. Let's see if that helps some. Okay, so now let's see. I want to fold this at about 3, I don't know, 3.5 maybe. So I'm counting on my grid here. 2, 3. That looks about right. We'll do that. So I've got one fold there, and then we'll fold it back. Give it a good smush with the bone folder. And how high do we want it? Why don't we say about 5 inches? Well, 5.5, because we have to make our little tab. 2, 3, 4, 5.5. Yes, I do have to count out loud. And sometimes use my fingers and my toes. There we go, that's 5.5. Whoop. Okay. look right? That looks pretty good. I think it's right. Let me just look over here at the prototype. Yep, gotta double check, you know. Yep, that looks right. So what we're going to do now is we want to make a tab here. So let's fold this at about a 1/2 inch. And you can get out your scoreboard and do it on the scoreboard if that makes you feel better. Or you can just wing it. You can certainly alter the size depending on the size of the journal and the place you have to put it. Totally your call. So now what we're going to do is just make a little cut here and a little cut here. That'll be our tab where it attaches. And get out my bigger scissors. And we're just going to cut all the rest of this folded part off. Try to do it straight to the best of my ability. Okay, so that is pretty much our little writing spot. Make sure I've got this right. I'm double checking. You know, better safe than sorry. Yeah, that fold is going to make me crazy. It will eventually work itself out when it's in the book. Or I could iron it. So now we just need to put a little tab there. And I got out my scrap to do that. This is a piece of that gingham envelope. And I have this nifty new punch that is Vason Creative. It's like a whale tail, but not $150. And I got that from Danielle. I will link her shop down below. She's amazing. So I'm just going to stick that in there and hopefully make a tab. Oh, look, a little gingham tab. Yay. Let's put a little ink on there because you know I'm an inker. It's just how I am. You could tear this edge if you wanted, whatever you want to do, whatever looks best to you. This will just make our tab pop out a little bit more. I like that. So I hope everyone is well. I hope you all have your idea books going. Pretty genius an idea book is. All right, so there's that. I thought I had my glue book out. I did get some stuff cleaned up on my desk. You'll be happy to know. Because it was scary in here. Okay, let's get that glued. More of those weird glue strings. Interesting. So we'll just get that right on our page. Just like that. Straight-ish. Oh, that was folded badly. Come on, come on. There we go. Oh, I think we saved it. Crisis averted for the moment. All is well. All right, so there's our little writing spot all ready to go. Just as crooked as can be. I'll just fix that about it. No problem. Okay. So now we need to make our little outside folder. How many times can I say little? I'll try to knock that off. Cover everything up. And I'm going to pull out this digi. Which one do I want? I'll use this one, I think. Yeah, I like that one. So, what do I want to have on the outside? I love this image down here. Again, this is Grandma's Kitchen. The images all came from Julie at the Old Design Shop, who will be linked down below. I want it that way. You really, at this point, can just play around with it to decide how you want it to look when it's closed up. And I think I want these guys on the outside because I like those. So make it a little bit bigger than our writing spot. So we'll fold it right here. And if you want to measure, you can. This is how I measure. Oh, look, it fits in there. And then just a little bit of an overlap. Like that. That's too much of an overlap because I want to be able to see our pretty desserts. So first things first, let's cut it to size, height-wise, which will be about there, I think. That looks about good, goodish. Cut that off. That's a good scrap. I'll keep that. And then let's see. I think I only want about, well, let's do it this way. Let's not do it backwards. I think I only want about that much of that extra flap. Oh, don't use that side of your ruler. Make sure you're using the metal side of your Tim Holtz ruler if you're using a craft knife to cut with, because you will cut up the side of your ruler if you don't. Okay, so that'll go like that, which is fine. It covers up those until it gets opened, but then you can see them. I like that because it's interesting. Cool. Now all we have to do is put in our writing space. Gosh, I hope I've been in frame and not my head. Thanks, you guys, for being understanding. This is the trickiest part of the whole thing, and it's not very tricky. You just want to make sure that you're putting glue on your flap. You're getting it put down in here where it won't be interfered with by your outside cover. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on there. Look, I've got out the big guns. I didn't even refill my little bottle. I'm using the big art glitter glue. Very exciting. I always get a new bottle this time of year because they won't ship to Maine in the wintertime because it is too cold. Okay, so we just want to make sure that's straight-ish. And then it opens up. It opens up. Doesn't crash anything. It does crash something. Try to scoot it up. Nope, too late. We'll have to do a little creative trimming. But there's our writing space. And that's just fine. We can just arrange it and do some trimming. And that goes like that. That'll go like that. Again, I think I'd like to ink that edge a little bit. See if we can get that pin back in there. Ooh, not with my glasses on. Really have to stick that up to my face. There we go. So let's get a little ink on here. You could ink around the whole thing, whatever. But just to make that flap a little more obvious. And then I think I'll use my doily because I liked how that looked. Where did I put it? Here it is. Yeah, I like that a lot. So let's go ahead and just fold that over. Like so. And what will happen is it'll go like that, and that will be the thing, the mechanism that holds the whole thing closed. We'll mash it down with our bone folder and get it to start remembering to stay that way. So we'll get out our glue again. Just folded a little flap there. No particular size. I would say that's probably a 1/2 inch. And if you want to, you can put something on the back to cover that little piece up. I don't mind how it looks because it has that linen texture on it. Awesome. We'll just trim off the parts that are sticking over. Oh, look, it's so cute. Get it. Really enforce those folds. Love it, love it, love it. So that'll go like that. Actually, you know what? Will probably work better. Probably I'll glue it a little further over. Why don't we glue it down? It could open up like that. That would be a different idea. And then you'd have writing space there too. But if we do it like that, then that sticks under there and that'll hold it a little better, I think. Glue on my mat. Let's get a tissue. Poor old mat. Can't believe this mat was brand new at the beginning of the year and it's this wrecked. I'm a menace. So that opens like that. And then we can put a little pocket here. What should we put on there? I have all these scraps I want to use up. This is a scrap of a tag. That's kind of cute there, isn't it? I love that label. So what we could do is, I might fold it in half like this because this is very thin, just printer paper. Just make it a little stronger. Do that. I was going to use my scissors, but that's a crazy idea. It would be so crooked. Let's not do that. Cut that like that. My scraps are getting bigger. Cut a little bit of that excess off. There we have a nice reinforced top on there. Probably more paper than we need, but okay. I'll go ahead and glue that. Now I could have cut that so that I could make gussets in it, but I think it'll be just fine. I don't want anything too big in this pocket because I don't want it to get that bulky. Making sure that we're not interfering with our fold. And grab our glue. Put glue on 3 sides. I always put my fingers on the side I don't want to glue. Oh, that's cute. Should have inked it. It would stand out more, but I didn't, so there you go. And then you can just put a little tag or whatever you want in there. We've got these pieces left over from the kit. These are the journal pages that I just printed down small, or I shrank down to be small. So why don't we stick a couple of those in the pocket. Cut those down. And again, I would back these, but I won't sit here and back it with you guys. That's a waste of time for you. You know how to put backings on. You can use book page, you can use coffee dyed paper, you can use another digital, whatever turns you on. Wow, doing a bad job. These will be very cute little journaling cards, a good size. You could use that pocket to put photos in. You could put photos in the part that swings out, you know, in your writing spot. We'll just tuck that right in there. I would probably put a topper on there. Oh, you know what? I was too crazy with the glue. We're going to trim a little bit more off here to get it to fit. Probably not a bad thing, because look how crooked it is. What is wrong with me? There we go. There, now it'll fit. So you've got a fun little pocket right there. The glue is still kind of wet, but it's a pocket, trust me. Yeah, the paper's too thin that the card is on, that our journaling card is on, and this pocket is still wet. But you definitely get the idea. It's a tuck, really. So that is it. I think this is idea book number 15. Pull that down. And this is a folding, expandable journal spot. I don't know what it is. It's cool though. Very cool. So there you go, you guys. Thanks again, Carol, for the inspiration. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Sorry about the repeat, but now this guy can go in the idea book and I will have it to remind me in the future. So if you enjoyed today, I'd love if you gave me a thumbs up or subscribed. If you're new here, welcome, if I didn't say that. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back, you guys. I will see you again real soon, and have a wonderful day. Bye.